even though it might be at the cost of Facebook not liking it, and also Facebook has more room to go spend more, and your cost per lead might go up. I'm still okay with it because I'd rather still sign up more clients, even if it costs me a little bit more. So depends on where you're at. If you're like one, then when sign up one or two clients, increase by 20% at a time. If you're doing really, really well, go for it. All right, let's talk about scaling. Again, optimizing is literally cutting the bottom ones and then having one or two ads up and increasing the budget. Scaling is we have an indication that something is working. Working is generating me qualified leads. And I don't do it based on one, I do like 5 to 10. But generating me qualified leads, okay, viable. We got something. And then the next level is, can I get one client from this? One client is essentially, the way that I look at it, is just a way to feed the budget. And essentially I look at it like as the value. Well, this client is worth $5,000, so now I'm willing to spend up to $5,000 to go get me the client number 2 and 3 and 4. As soon as I get in the client number 2, that's the marketing budget to go put back into it. And I continue doing that until all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, I'm signing up 20, 30 clients. My budget has followed me along as I've scaled up. So you never want to be stagnant. You never want to have the same budget. You want to always have any excuse to increase the budget, to do more, to add on more. And then I'm about to show you guys different ways, like, what do you want to do? So one is increase budget. That's the easiest way to, true definition of scaling is increase budget. Again, based on, is it generating qualified leads, or did I sign up a client or two? Then that's excuse for you to go increase the budget. The rule of thumb is typically you only want to increase budget by 20%. For example, if current budget is $100 a day, then the new budget should be $120 a day. Then that's the typical way to increase budget. But if you're like B Ivory, who signed up 6 clients and this cost per acquisition is $500, I don't care. I'll double it to go to 200, 300, 400 a day. Even though it might be at the cost of Facebook not liking it, and also Facebook has more room to go spend more, and your cost per lead might go up. I'm still okay with it because I'd rather still sign up more clients, even if it costs me a little bit more. So depends on where you're at. If you're like one, then when sign up one or two clients, increase by 20% at a time. If you're doing really, really well, go for it. For my lemon law stuff, I guess I'll share with you, pretty hefty numbers. Next is, so do that. If you haven't done that, do that today. Again, any indication that it's working. Number 2 is adding new creatives. Constantly, it's not like just put it up and that's it. It's good, it's great, but we want to do more of it, and we want to get the cost per lead down, and we want to do more. So we want to add new creatives. So either asking the same content creator or someone new to go create somewhat similar ads. And this is always surprises me how much I think I got a converting ad that's doing really well, but all of a sudden I come and put a new ad, and that one does like half the cost per lead as the one that I thought did the best. And I got to continuously doing that. And again, just to show you guys, the motions that I'm going through is right now, you guys want to know, I ended up talking to 4 or 5 user-generated content creators. 3 of them were good. One of them went on a trip. 2 of them I'm working with right now. One started basically creating for car accident for lemon law. And I'm like, okay, go create it for car accidents and deployment. So she went and started doing that, both in English and Spanish, which we'll get to in a second. And then, hey, also this other person who's also creating it, I'm like, hey, maybe you'd be better at organic. So right now she's been actually doing organic posts for us, which is pretty cool. I basically actually give her a vision. I told her this is really high value, just the market hasn't caught on to this. So if you want, I could be your first client for this, but go create an agency out of it. Go get other creators that you can manage and pretty much put them under you, and then I'll work with you to basically create these videos. So she did that. So she's the manager, and then we have all these different actors, and these are doing well. We're generating clients from our profile organically. And again, the value of these is high. So $80 per video, or I believe we agreed to 12 videos a week for $80. So 80 times 12 times 4 is getting paid like 4K. I'm getting, and right now where we are with being only 2 weeks in, we signed up 9 clients from our profile. Great, to go do more of it. So this is basically creating these, and then these also could be turned into ads. But this is all part of the having enough of a repertoire of a inventory of new creatives that could go put into the ads and test out. Basically, that's what I'm doing. I'm like forcing what I need in a couple of weeks, in a couple of months to be able to scale up these things. So yeah, again, we went through the program, but I've been able to like quickly like act on it, and all these user generated content has been made for us ever since then. And if you want to know if it works, this is what we used to do before: 82 videos, 182 views, 139, 110, 92, and all of a sudden 1,000, 8,000, 3,000, 23,000, 8,000. And these are also being posted on TikTok, Instagram, and I think we're going to also put these on YouTube as well, which over time, it does well initially, but over time, it picks up views months and years later. We'll still be generating us clients in the future as well. So that's the second part, is to go create more. Number 3 is different variations in different languages, potentially. So easy win that nobody does is take what's working and create a Spanish version and add on Spanish targeting. You have to get somebody who speaks Spanish, but you go on Fiverr or whatever and you put in Spanish user generated content. You just haven't found them. Yeah, they're there. Trust me, there's plenty. I'll ask if I can somehow, again, either get my existing Spanish speaker, if I can make that, I'll have to talk to them to see if they can do it. As soon as I get the green light, then in Slack, I'll give a notice to everybody so that you guys could take advantage of the Spanish speaker. Or so you need a Spanish intaker. Spanish intaker definitely helps. It's good to have a Spanish intaker, especially if like your state that you're in has a good Spanish population. And maybe that could be an easy win for you to grow your law firm. Just have a Spanish. Again, it's one of those things that nobody does, but I know it works really well because Spanish is like a big part of the market that it's like a blue ocean of marketing. So always, as soon as I find something, my mind is like, create Spanish versions now. Other one is, now that you got something working, it's like, if I was in Pre-Ivory's shoes, go sign up, go find 2 other big states, go sign up some referral agreements with them for a good percentage, like for 40%. Right now I have in California, it's so tough that people are giving out 50% referral fees. Pretty much, again, you don't need to go do it on all states, just literally top US state populations. Just go focus on the top ones. California I probably wouldn't do because it's already really saturated, but Texas, Florida, well, Florida is kind of tough with referral arrangements. So Texas, New York, Pennsylvania, Illinois would be like good ones to basically try to sign up referral agreements and then say, hey, I already have a source of clients. I can refer these to you. So that's another way. And then something else in there too that I'm going to do this week is we already have Uber specific ads, which is doing well. But I'm also going to go create some truck specific ads, literally specifically for truck accidents. And I know those are really high valuable. You guys are dying for those, but obviously it's kind of like a home run. There aren't that many of them, but even if you get one, I'm going to spend even up to $4,000 for a client for a track accident. So that's other ones. And think about other ones, bicycle.
How about motorcycles, Sam?
Yeah.
Those are my highest profit per case.
For sure. I think if I'm going to go through the motions of doing truck, I'll also do motorcycle too. I'll go through the motions and, I'll report back to you about how it's going. But yeah, for sure. And again, you take what's already working. So let's just say you have the Uber and Lyft accident image. I would just make that for truck accidents and motorcycle accidents, or get a user generated content specifically talking to truck drivers or, whatever. And then I would for that to work, I already know the user generated content has to be in front of a truck or has to be in front of a motorcycle. Best way to, you don't have to experiment. I already know that's going to do well. Yeah, this is pretty much just increase the budget, create new creatives, create Spanish versions, add on other geographical locations, or add specific types and trying to scale that up at the same time as you're optimizing your lead conversions by hiring VAs, getting CRM like Workflow Legal or HubSpot or any CRM, creating SOP. This is like basically where the focus is for all of us. Print this out, have this on your board, and it's like ask yourself, how am I doing these things? That's the stage that everybody's at right now.
Lawyer Nation, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, take a moment right now to subscribe right below and turn on the bell notification to get notified every time I post a video, because right now I'm posting 5 videos a week, providing lots of value to lawyers. So click right here to subscribe And to watch the next most relevant video, click right here. Go do it. Go watch it.